Today we're going to talk about my trip to the Chinese supermarket and the food. Oh, that's Polly, and the food that I bought when I was there. Okay, so I've bought quite a lot, and they've packed it in boxes because that's what they do. Because they have a lot of boxes from their supplies, and they normally pack our purchases in boxes, and that's good because then we don't have to use plastic bags. So here goes. I have instant noodles. This is Ibumi Penang Ha-mee. Ha-mee is actually prawn noodles. So Penang, we have a very famous prawn noodles, which is made from prawns, and the soup is a bit spicy. And this one is quite a good brand. It's called Ho Liao. Ho Liao is not the name. Penang Ibumi is the company. So Ho Liao means good, delicious. So this is what we have, and my daughter loves this. I don't usually eat this that much because it's got quite a lot of oil in there. And another type of instant noodles. This is a Penang curry mee. Penang curry mee is also by Ibumi. Penang curry mee is actually what other parts of Malaysia will know, will associate with as laksa. But this is not laksa. Penang laksa is with tamarind. This one is Penang curry mee. So it's a type of noodles with a gravy, and it's got santan, which is coconut, and spices. Okay, this is also very tasty. And the Penang curry mee is actually quite light, in the sense that the gravy or the soup is not thick. It's actually quite watery. Yeah? And I've got this biscuit. It is called 1-1 Senbei biscuits. It's a rice biscuits, rice crackers. It's very crunchy. It's got a very sweet and savory taste. Okay, let me show you more noodles. Okay, this is a brown rice noodles, which we call bihun. Bihun, B means rice, hun is like string, so it's a rice noodles, but this is brown rice noodles. And I like this type because it comes in little individual bundles, and each bundle is about 50 grams, 50 plus, so it's just nice for a noodle serving, for one serving. I bought two because my daughter is home from uni, and she'll probably go back in a few weeks' time after Christmas. So I'm buying quite a lot for her. Let me see. Okay, I have the normal one as well. Yeah, normal one as well. Okay, and let me see. So let us continue. I've bought some flour. There are various types of flour that I use for my cooking. This is tapioca flour. Tapioca flour, I use it for thickening and also some cakes that we make. And this is a good brand because the last one I bought wasn't that good. It was not transparent when it was cooked, and it was a bit like milky. But pure tapioca flour should actually turn transparent when it's cooked. So I've got a new one, and I can make this with I use this to make crystal dumplings together with wheat flour. Not wheat flour, but wheat starch. So here's wheat starch. That's the wheat without the gluten. But I'm not sure whether it is good for gluten-free people. I'm not too sure. Oh, it contains gluten and sulfur dioxide. So it's not for gluten-free intolerant people. I've got two of that because I'm going to make crystal dumplings this month and next month on my cookery class. I've also got I got 3 wheat starch. Okay, that's and another tapioca flour. Okay, I have with me here, this is actually soy protein dehydrated. I do get sometimes soy protein, it comes in cans, and this one is actually little bits, so you can use this for your cooking and add into your stir fry, or you can make it into curries or whatever. Yeah, so this is quite versatile. Maybe I'll try to cook it, and then for veganuary, you might try a recipe on this. That's a good idea. I'll try that. And then my other things are, this is the wonton soup base that I like to use, and I'm buying extra for my daughter to take to the university. And then what I have over here is tianxin vegetable. Tianxin vegetable is used as a garnishing or flavoring for soups and also rice porridge. And for those of you who have tried my what do you call that, omelette soup, you know, I have this in it, so it makes the porridge or the soup has a little salty taste, and I like to chop it up before I use it, so that when you eat it, it's like when you bite on it, it gives a little bit of salty sort of explosion in your mouth. So this one makes the soup taste nice. Right, here some more flour. I've got this flour that is used for bao. Bao means the white dumplings that you see. So this one is actually low protein flour, because when you eat the bao from the restaurant, it actually breaks very easily. It's not tough. So the wheat flour that they use is actually a low gluten, and this one is sort of a bleach. You know, this flour is bleached, so it's actually white when you cook it, and it's quite expensive. It's $2.85 for 1 kilo, whereas normal wheat flour is like 30-40p per kilo, so it's 5-6 times more expensive. And I also have white rice flour, which we use for our cakes or kueh, or you call it pudding, because our local Malaysian cakes or pudding doesn't actually contain, it's not usually made from wheat flour, because wheat flour was not, wheat plant, the wheat crop is not indigenous in where we come from, Southeast Asia, so it's not grown there. So so therefore historically we don't use wheat flour for most of our puddings, you call it, but we call it kueh, which we eat for breakfast, tea, and sometimes as a dessert for dinner. So this is white glutinous, white rice flour. There's another type called white glutinous flour, which is different, and the glutinous rice does not contain gluten. It's just a name. Okay, the next item is peanuts. This is raw peanuts that's already been shelled and skinned, and it's easy to use this. I use a lot of peanuts for my peanut cookies, which is a very lovely, tasty type of cookie that I make for Chinese New Year and for sale. I also use this to make satay sauce. And I also use this to make the peanut sauce for gado-gado, which is a salad. And I also use this for my vegan tau kwa sambal. So I have a recipe for a vegan dish called vegan tau kwa sambal, and it's got peanuts. And peanuts, other than just being a source of protein, it also actually thickens the gravy, you know, when you add it to it. And I prefer not to cook with peanut butter, because peanut butter is too smooth and it makes the gravy very yucky. It's too thick, you know. So I prefer peanut, fresh peanuts or raw peanut, and then I'll toast it, and then I'll blend it or cook it depending on how the recipe calls for, what the recipe calls for. And then this is palm sugar. This is Thailand palm sugar. Thailand palm sugar comes in this little oval shaped thing, semicircular, hemispherical shape, whereas the one from Malaysia is actually tubular, like a tube. So it comes in little pieces here. It's easier to prepare Now, how to shave it is that you take one piece out and then you just shave it with a knife and get the amount that you want. And very important is dried shiitake mushroom. Is quite expensive. This one is $3.28. $3.28 for I don't know how many grams. 100 grams of $3.28. So 1 kilo is $32.80 a kilo. It's very expensive, but it gives a very unique taste to Chinese cooking, especially stir fries or stews. And then another dried ingredients is dried sweet mustard green. I use this to make cow yolk, which is pork stewed in this type of vegetable. And there are two types. One is salty. This is sweet and salty. So I prefer to use this for my recipe. And I bought a few. In fact, I wanted to do that dish in December, but I didn't have enough. So now I have enough. Maybe for January or February, I'll do my Friday night takeaway with this. I bought 3. And here we have another type of mustard leaf. This one we call it giam chai. Giam means salty, chai is vegetable. This is sour pickled green. This one has got some chili in there. We make a soup, a stew soup. A soup that's stewed for a long time with duck and this. I have a recipe in my my web blog, my website. And I'm buying this because Chinese New Year is in early February. I think it's the 12th of February. So I'm going to video a few Chinese New Year recipes and to share with you guys. And here is another type of pickled sour mustard. Most of these are from Thailand. Thailand is a great exporter of food and prepared food. I think this one, I've tried it before in Malaysia. It's slightly sweetish and it's more delicate than this. This one, we can actually cut it out and then slice it and then eat it with porridge. A lot of people eat it with porridge because porridge is very, what do you call it? Very blunt, and it's like a canvas that you can add whatever flavor or meat or fish or even vegan and peanuts. Some people put peanuts. So this is good. Okay. All right. Then I also have this. This is beancurd sheet. This beancurd sheet is not the dry type, but it's quite flexible. And this is the beancurd sheet that I would use for my meat roll or law bak. Law bak can be made of meat like pork or chicken, and it can also be made vegetarian. And this one is like a thin skin that you can cut and you roll it. It's like a spring roll skin, but this one is thicker. And we usually fry this. And if you do fry it by itself, it's very, very crunchy. Okay, it's not cheap as well. The price keeps going. This is also another type of pickled green mustard, half in soy sauce. I haven't tried this before, but I'm going to try this. And of course, I bought some Pocky biscuits, Pocky chocolate flavored biscuit sticks. And this is almond. It's got almond. So these are for my children. And now for the sauces. Okay, I just put it down there. And now for the sauces. I like sweet chili sauce, but I don't quite like the Thai ones because it's too sweet. It's all full of sugar. And this one is also nice, lingam chili sauce. And you have to be careful. At times I bought the extra hot without realizing it's the extra hot, but it's written here. And this one has got garlic, extra garlic. I like this from Butterworth or Bukit Mertajam. That's where I come from. Let me see. Blah 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 blah. Shake well before use. Product of Malaysia. Imported in Netherlands. Okay. And then I like this oyster sauce, but now we hardly use oyster sauce, and I tend to use vegetarian sauce because it's vegan. And I also have soy sauce. You can buy whatever brand. Sometimes I buy Pearl River or Lee Kum Kee. Since it normally comes in a bottle like this, but since I don't go to Leicester that often to buy Chinese ingredients, so this one we eat a lot of this. Yeah, we use it as flavoring. Rick Stein loves soy sauce. And this is the dark soy sauce. Dark soy sauce and light soy sauce, what's the difference? Light soy sauce has actually got more salt in it, and dark soy sauce is meant to be more flavorful, but it's not really. We're using it more for the color, yeah, and it's not that salty. And there's another sauce that I use quite often, is the sweet soy sauce, and I use it to do my stir fries at times. So this is the one that's the secret ingredient that actually can make your food taste better, but you have to be very careful not to add too much. If not, your food will be all sweet and sickly. And every time if you use it, you'll taste the same. And I have sesame oil. It doesn't matter what brand, it depends on what brand you like. Some has got toasted sesame, some is just plain sesame. And I now, I got another one that is going to be finished, so that's why I bought one more. And then, let me see, this is not what I bought from the Chinese supermarket, but I thought I'll tell you what I have in my kitchen so that you know what is it all about. This is cooking wine. It's Xiaoxing cooking wine. Xiaoxing cooking wine. It comes in many grades, but normally for cooking, I'll use the one that's quite cheap, and furthermore, I don't drink. But if you have tried my steamed chicken with shiitake, mushroom, and goji berry, it does have this cooking wine, so it gives it a very different taste, and I use it for my other stews as well. Another thing that I have in my kitchen, as I've told you before, in my chicken cook in preserved beans. This is the preserved beans. It comes soybeans. It comes preserved in salt, and we use it for our food, mainly in meat. Yeah. Okay, another one that I would show you is, there's others, you know, which is not with me here now. We use this plum, preserved plum in brine for our New Year food, like you know, the duck and mustard soup. We use this to flavor for the saltiness, and sometimes we use this to make our own plum sauce. So this is quite versatile, but we don't use that much of it. Okay. What else? I think that's all for the time being. So I've got a big haul of Oriental food from the supermarket, and that should keep me busy and stock up for the next 1 or 2 months. And Chinese New Year is here, so I'll be using a bit of it. So I hope you're enlightened with my purchase, and that is about half my amount of money I spend on my groceries. Is about half a month worth of my grocery money, but never mind. This will last for months and months and months, and I've got quite a lot of stock in my cupboard. So I hope you find it enjoyable and enlightening. If you have any questions at all, please comment, and I'll be very happy to answer. If you have anything at all, anything you want me to share or to find out or to cook for you, of course it's related to Chinese and Malaysian and Nyonya cooking, you know, I will try and see what I can do. So until the next time, have a good holiday. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your holiday, and don't forget to click like and press the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I publish a new video. So take care then. Bye. See you.